Good afternoon, Dr. Jonathan Hirsch here. Some thoughts. So, I was challenged to come up with some quotes that are pertinent to myself and my practice. One would be, do unto others, typical quote, but I think more pertinent to medicine and orthopedic surgery is really treat people like family. And that's kind of a trite phrase. People may sort of say it and not believe it or mean it, but I think myself and most of my colleagues truly mean it. And for myself, I had my first child 22 years ago, the same year I went into practice. So for basically 22 years, I haven't had a good night's sleep. And what does that mean? So obviously worrying about my immediate family, my extended family, and certainly my children. But patients are a family, especially surgical patients. When someone signs up for surgery, whether it's something simple or complex, they're really part of my practice for life. And I do have some patients who will say to me, well, what would you do if I was your mom? And I don't actually have to think twice about that. I'm already thinking like that. I think it's important to understand patients to feel comfortable in the practice with their surgeon and their doctor that you are being treated the way we would treat our family. And, we worry about things like my kids getting into a car accident or something bad happening. Even something simple, like Friday I did a massive rotator cuff repair arthroscopically, which takes sometimes a couple hours. And when we're done, you kind of want to give yourself a high five. Okay, we're done, but we know it's not done. And the longer you're in practice, you know all the things that could go wrong. These don't always heal. And then you worry about, even if it does heal, how are they going to do down the road? When I have athletes that I've operated on, some of them I see them on television playing in college, and even years later, I'm nervous when I see them play basketball or tennis on television, knowing that I fixed them years ago, but yet still something could go wrong. Or let's face it, some of us have serious complications, nerve damage, infections, and those are the things that keep us up late at night. We worry even after they resolve or we take care of the complication, we worry about how the end result's going to be. So for me, seeing patients really sometimes only for 6 months, but you guys are always in our minds really forever. And we learn so much from our patients about ourselves and our future patients, how to take care of them by the things that went wrong and the things that go right. So I think, this week, my message to you is find a doctor and surgeon who really does truly believe that statement, that we treat you like family. You're part of our practice, you're part of our lives. Check me out on HirschMD.com. I'll come back with some more thoughts this coming week.